A stone's throw from the British Museum, if you're good at throwing stones, Gekoski Rare Books is located in Pied Bull Yard, a location so obscure that it's not even in an A to Z. I'm Rick Gekoski, and we deal here in 20th century literary books, manuscripts, and works of art that are related to literature. I'm fascinated by books that have a story to tell. We don't have that many of them because books in large numbers make me anxious. This is one of my favorite things in the shop. It's a bust of T.S. Eliot done by Jacob Epstein in 1951. There are 6 known copies. One is owned by Mrs. Eliot, Eliot's widow, and she never lets it out of sight because every night she says she gives him a kiss before she goes to bed. I always give him a kiss before I close the shop. I like the romance of that kind of thing and even the silliness of it. I like particularly this book of Dylan Thomas's. It's his first book called 18 Poems, 250 copies, 1934. And what's absolutely extraordinary about it is that it's inscribed to his wife, Caitlin, with whom he had a famously tumultuous relationship. It says, "From Dylan to Caitlin, lovingly in spite." And the inscription, amusingly enough, is rather stained with what an unromantic person would say was water, but I think is either tears or beer, or both, since they go together so well. Have a look at this. Is a book of poetry, or 2 books of poetry, by Greene. You'll never see these because there are only 5 known copies of each one. One is called After 2 Years, and the other is called For Christmas. They're written in 1949 and 1951 as a celebration of his love affair with the great love of his life, Catherine Walston. And of course, you will know that the novel, The End of the Affair, which was published in 1951, is based on their relationship. And that leads me, of course, to my recommendation for some reading, which is the book that Greene wrote in celebration of his love affair with Catherine Walston, The End of the Affair. The book is published in 1951. It's an account of a wartime affair between 2 deeply passionate lovers who are nevertheless tormented by their consciences and by Catholic guilt. St. Augustine said, didn't he, "Let me repent, but please not yet." And this is about 2 lovers repenting. It's a wonderful read. It's particularly appropriate for a book club, I think. So many women in book clubs, aren't they? Greene inscribed this copy for me for Rick Gekoski, The Book Which Women Like. I like it too.